Hi and welcome to another edition of Onside, where Budge and I are going to run through the games that are coming up this weekend. Everything's starting to come towards the crux of the seasons, and it looks very interesting. There were games during the week, some interesting results. Obviously, Champions League had their quarter-final bashes, and the last English team went by the wayside. Budge, let's start off with the Champions League. Leicester City, they did well to draw. They've had a good run.
Yeah, a good run. It's now over.
Yeah,
dangerous for the club now, because I think a lot of the key players will be looking at moving on.
Will to be or not to be keep the job?
No, I doubt it. Till the end of the season he's got it, but I think there'll be a couple of half-profile boys try and sneak in.
Just talking about high-profile boys, Harry Redwine's gone to Birmingham.
Back. Well, that's got to be the worst managerial appointment of all time. Young Franco Zola. Now, Gary Rowett, they were 7th when he left. 23 games, he'd only won 2.
That's shocking.
Gary Rowett, 4 months later, takes over Derby. Derby go to Birmingham at St Andrews. In his first 3 games, he'd won more games than, can you believe it, Zola in 22.
Zola must pack it up or move to another lot, because he's now tarnished his name.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
You know, pity about him. I saw Derby play. Mm-hmm. They were unlucky to draw in the sense that they were going to lose.
Yeah.
They were 1-0 down, they were going to lose. And there's a good young German coach who takes the opposition.
David Wagner.
He's a good coach.
Yeah, Huddersfield,
Yeah, Huddersfield a fair side.
Yeah, they fourth. A slight chance of automatic, but...
they had it. They had it at 1-0. And so the championship's looking real good with Fulham getting into the top 6. Stevie B's Fulham.
Yep.
Stevie B is an authority on Fulham. He's been there before Johnny Haynes was around. And he doesn't miss a game and everything. And he's the most knowledgeable guy around. I said to him, if they make the playoffs, we'll phone him and speak to him about what's happening. Yeah,
big game for them this week.
Yeah, who they got this week?
I think it's Huddersfield away.
Oh, it's a humdinger.
Well, they're now 6th.
Yeah,
Leeds are 7th.
There's only 7 teams.
Yeah.
I looked at only 7 teams. But the championship's great fun. What are Newcastle doing? Stumbling?
I watched them against Leeds, Paul. They should have won 5.
Ipswich, they got drilled.
Yeah, I had a double with them, so I'd watched that as well. Just defensively, they've just been a little bit slack lately.
They should still make the automatic, which is very important. And the Spurs man, Chrissy Hughton's going to take his team.
Well, they're already up, yeah.
They're up, but have they won it? They haven't won it yet.
Nah, but it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. They're up. Right, let's talk. Atletico Madrid went 1-2 on an aggregate. Then Real Madrid, Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Now, was this the game there was some decisions?
Daylight robbery, Paul.
Was it daylight as bad as that?
That referee, you can talk about guys getting paid off, but the big decisions, he cowered.
Did he?
He should have sent off Casemiro. He's Hungarian.
Hungarian ref.
One of the Maguires, yeah. But no, terrible. He should have sent off Casemiro. He had 2 opportunities, never. Then he made a mistake with Vidal getting sent off, and I believe that cost Bayern.
So they mustn't be damn upset, eh?
Oh, that's where you saw the quality of Ancelotti, former Real Madrid.
Yeah.
He just took it in his stride, but you could see deep down he was riled, yeah.
So they're out, Real Madrid, who have a knack of getting at the big ones. In Barcelona, a lot of chances, just couldn't finish them off, and they're out.
They're out. Well, didn't deserve to go through. I know that they won 6-1 against PSG the last round. They don't look the right Barcelona, Paul. I know Luis Enrique, their manager's leaving. But they're all getting old together. Messi, Ceci,
It's a powerful front three. Powerful in the sense that any team in the world would want any of those front threes.
Just so you can't keep defending with that back four. You've got to stop them. Jimenez had chances too.
Been a good player. Is he getting old?
He's 30 this year.
He's young. Okay, and then let's talk about Monaco 3-1 Dortmund. Dortmund were thumped.
Yeah.
If you look at both legs.
Totally outplayed. Those
How come Falcao is doing so well, Budge? And when we watched him in England with the 2 teams, he was never a starting player.
Yeah. Well, I watched him at Villa Park, Swivel and I, when he scored a header second to none. And at the angle that we were at, his positional play is outstanding. Unfortunately, the players in England don't appreciate that type of striker movement.
Yeah.
They had Valencia on the one wing, Ashley Young the other, they had Cleverley and Fletcher. And him and Van Persie were making, the ball was just going sideways and backwards. He had done his cruciate, so he was struggling. And you need him a run of games. Top player.
So just before we leave the Champions League, Atletico Madrid, do they bump Real Madrid?
Well, the draw's on Friday.
Oh, so they're still going to draw for the last 4. Okay, so Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, good city for soccer, Madrid.
Yep.
And then Juventus and Monaco. So those are the top 4. What team would you back to win it? Real Madrid?
Well, I've done my money on Bayern Munich, but Juventus are the dark horses.
Yeah. Well,
And defensively, they're sound.
It's in Cardiff this year.
Yeah, fine Millennium Stadium, yeah.
Gee, they'll be singing away. Okay, let's go on to English Premiership now. It's really tight now, but let's just talk about quickly. I want to talk about a few games that took place. Spurs were rampant.
Yeah.
They one thing about them, they score goals. They don't concede many. They were way too good for Bournemouth. But the interesting games there, I saw the other teams kept on winning around them. Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. And then the crunch match was certainly Manchester United, who haven't lost for a long time, against Chelsea. And was it great tactics by the special one? Because I thought Herrera did a very good job on Hazard.
Yeah, Paul, the reason Hazard's not at Real Madrid or Barcelona because games like that. If someone gets tight on him, I'll disappoint in him.
Yep, so was I.
And Costa too,
Hasn't had a good 2017, Costa. This year he's got 3 goals.
Yeah.
And we're in April.
That's why they're lucky you haven't had European competitions to play in. But
our boy was unlucky.
Who's that?
Marcus Alonso.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Broke down his ankle in the warm-up.
I think it was more a bit of flu during the week, and they were cautious, and then they said, I think it's the ankle, but he seems to be ready to come back. Yeah. We've said all along, Budge, that they've been a great side. They've played a great system. They've done well. It's lost 2 of their last 4, which at one stage when you lead in the league by 13, now you're leading by 4 with 6 or so games.
Pressure's on, Paul.
Pressure's on. I looked at the run-ins. They've got a better run-in than Spurs. No doubt in my mind.
But the next 2 games are key. They've got Southampton at home and then Everton away.
Yeah, 2 tough ones.
If they drop points, not that Spurs have got an easy run-in, but they draw one of the next 2 games and Spurs win their next 2, the pressure's on.
And Budge, if those 2 obviously look like the 2 to go through the Champions League, who are the next 2?
Well, third place of Liverpool.
You think so?
They've had Man City will run third, but you can't trust Liverpool.
So you're going to have Arsenal and Man United not making it?
Well, that's what it looks like. I think Liverpool will finish 4th, Man City 3rd. I don't see United getting there, and I can't have Arsenal. We've still got to go to Arsenal, Tottenham, Man City. United play Man City next Thursday.
There was a cycle race in England, and there was a banner there. Wenger must go. Yeah. They've had Wenger out, Wenger must go. But he keeps getting results. I watched them win. I didn't think they were good.
They were terrible. Just that Middlesbrough was so poor. And if the guy, Ayala, scores the header at 1-1, then he heads it straight at Peter Cech. If that goes in, 2-1, then...
So it's still very, very much all to play for. And at the bottom, 2 down, would you say, at the stage?
Well, they're both gone, Middlesbrough.
So there's 3 teams, 1 drop. The 3 teams, in my reckoning, would be Swansea, Hull, and... There's another team.
Well, there's one, I think it's Crystal Palace just ahead of them. But
Crystal Palace have 35 points with the game. I don't think it's them. There's another team sliding down
but
there.
It's between Swansea and Hull.
Yeah, that's right.
I think Bournemouth are down there as well. But,
they're going to escape.
They're 5-6
Right, let's
ahead.
go. We'll start with the Bournemouth. They play this weekend. They're at home. They are on Saturday. They play Middlesbrough.
They can't. The only thing I heard this morning is Jack Walsh is out again. Yeah, Arsenal midfield player on loan.
He got caught by a
tackle. I think it was Harry Kane.
He got caught by Kane.
I think Bournemouth certainties, just because Middlesbrough are so bad. I think there'll be goals in it.
Yeah.
But Bournemouth should.
Yeah. They were humbled against Spurs, but Spurs
are the top
have
team.
humbled a lot of teams. Yeah.
And they were away.
Okay, so we're going to go with Bournemouth now. Hull City, they are fighting for their lives. They're bringing Troy Deeney's bunch.
Yeah. I'm hoping for Mini Moo or Marco Silva. Stat I read the other day.
Moo?
Oh, Mini Mourinho, that's what they call him. Now, he hasn't lost a home game in over 3 years.
Hull City?
Marco Silva, he was at Olympiacos.
Is that his name? Mini Moo, eh?
Mini Mourinho, they call him.
Mini Mourinho.
Watford are one of those Jekyll and Hyde teams. They'll be physical. I think there'll be goals in this. But of the 2 teams, I like Hull,
Yeah, they're not a bad side.
Yeah, they're competitive. Yeah.
Swansea City fighting for their lives in front of their home fans. They're 18th the log. Stoke City, I listened to Mark Hughes, and Mark Hughes said, I think we're going to win 4 or 5 games on the trot.
Yeah.
And then he then went on to win his first one. They won 3-1.
Well, they beat Hull City in this. I watched the first 20 minutes of the second half. Hull murdered them.
Yeah.
But then he brought on Peter Crouch, good header, and then Shaqiri scored another screamer. But it was a close game.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be hard for Swansea to beat Stoke. They're well organised.
Yeah. They're 2 points from safety, Swansea City. West Ham, a bit of an enigma this year. They've won one of their last 9 league fixtures. That's
I don't know what the story is.
Criminal. But they play Everton, who are a good side.
Yeah, come well. They struggle away from home, Everton, but I fancy Everton to win. West Ham, I don't think have really adopted the Olympic Stadium as their home ground.
Interesting stat you put here, Budge. Last 16 games for Everton, they've won 10,
Yeah,
drawn 4, only lost Liverpool and Spurs.
yeah.
So they're not going to lose easily,
No,
whoever they play.
they don't get beat too often. Yeah.
But who are you going for?
I'm going for Everton.
Okay, let's move on to Burnley versus Man United. Now, Burnley are good at home, but Man United haven't lost for a long time.
Yeah, I think there'll be goals in this, Paul. Sunday.
You keep saying that, but
no, I know. Well, I'm hoping there is. But Burnley at home won't be easy, and it's a freebie now. Prior to last week, I thought they were in the relegation mix, but I think with a few results going for them, I think they can have a full dip at this. Play 2 up front.
What you got to look at here, Budge, is during the week United play.
Oh, we play tonight, yeah.
There's a chance Rudy might play.
Well, he's on the bench. He more than likely will play on Sunday.
He'll get a run. Now, Burnley have had 8 games at home.
Yeah.
They won 6.
Yeah.
They drew with Chelsea and lost to Spurs.
Yeah.
That brilliant.
Now, this
team,
won't be an
Spurs.
easy game for us.
No, it won't be an easy game. But Man United look good. They got a bit of quality.
Yeah.
Again, I listened to our boy from Liverpool, that great midfielder of Liverpool. He was on the panel with
Redknapp.
No, the older player in the middle. Play with Dalglish.
Souness.
Great pundit. He's talking.
Excellent.
And he says, Pogba hasn't done it for me.
No, he's had a poor season.
And he said, I need to see more. They're comparing him to Kante.
Yeah.
And he's a much better goal scorer than Kante. That's all.
Yeah.
He said, that's all. Kante doesn't score goals. Funnily enough, he did score
He
against
scored
United.
both 2 goals against United. Yeah.
But he said, and they were talking to him, and he said, I don't know, he's quite as good as Drogba. And the interviewer said, Pogba. He said, yeah, him too. Him too.
No, he's right. He hasn't had a good season. But, first seasons are normally hard, and we need a couple of creative players around him. We haven't got the balance of the team right. But he's got plenty of time on his side, Paul.
Do you know that his game against, when did he play all the kids? Was it against Chelsea?
Yeah.
When was Zlatan on the bench?
Chelsea.
Yeah, he played. There was a lot of pace about the game.
Yeah.
The boy up front was good, and the guy alongside played boys with a bit of speed, and it worked off. So I think he's getting it together. I just read in the papers that he had a bit of a dig at Anthony Martial.
Yeah, quite rightly so.
Yeah, he'll play today.
Yeah.
Tonight. Okay, so you're going for what?
Well, I think we'll win, but I think it'll be a high-scoring affair.
You have to win to stay in the hunt.
No
have to
option.
win.
No.
Liverpool, Crystal Palace, interesting game. Liverpool very good at home.
Well, you're right, but Crystal Palace have beat them the last twice at Anfield. Big Sam's team, Stevie Gerrard's farewell game, they got beat, I think it was 3 or 4-1.
Yeah.
Dangerous team, Palace, you got to fancy Liverpool.
Liverpool. They 1-2, take the 1-2. The last 9 league matches, won 6, drew 2 and lost 1 to Leicester.
Yeah, and they got murdered. It was a Monday night game, Shakespeare's first game.
Is that right? Yeah. He had a run of about 4 or 5 wins.
Won the first 6 on the spin, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at the FA Cup semi-final. These are 2 games played a day apart.
Yep.
Budge, they're at Wembley?
Yep.
Okay, so Spurs' record at Wembley is not too good.
Yeah.
But this season I'm talking about. But Chelsea at 15-10, Spurs at 18-10, 22-10 the draw. Spurs are playing very well. Chelsea are the league leaders. It's a wonderful tie.
Yeah, superb tie. I fancy Tottenham, Paul. I've been on record as saying I think they'll win the cup, and I think they'll get through here. Don't be surprised if it goes to extra time. But the way Spurs are playing, they've got too much pace for Chelsea.
The Dele Alli is a great player. Watched him, and Song is really putting up the speed. Janssen scored, so that's why there's cold weather. Gee, I tell you what, I think a lot of the players who played for Stella drunk would have been a better striker than him. But anyway, Spurs lost 17 games, but great record. Won 14, drawn 2, and lost to Liverpool.
He lost to Liverpool. Same type of style as Spurs.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tactically.
It'll be a tactical game, tight. Be a set piece, the first goal, but I like Spurs.
Injury concerns, Courtois and Alonso.
They're apparently both back in training, but you never know.
Yeah, so head-to-head, Spurs won 2-0, then lost 2-1 away. Okay, then we go to Arsenal, who are clinging to whatever they can. They've got a good FA Cup record. They won it back-to-back a few years ago. But Man City, they've got to get some silverware.
I think Man City will cruise this one.
You think they're too good?
I just think Arsenal, there doesn't seem any harmony in the camp. Even watching Monday, Ozil's cruising around and they played 3 at the back. Now, why would you do that the week before semi-final at Wembley? 2 wing backs, Oxlade Chamberlain the 1 and Monreal the 2nd. 3 centre halves. Nah.
First time done in 20 years.
No, that's
Played three at the back,
desperation time, and I think they're in serious trouble.
Harry Kane got his 20th league goal for the 3rd season in a row. 3 other Premier League goal scorers have done it. Who are they?
There must be Shearer.
1.
Would it be Rude or Andy Cole?
Yes, Rude. 2.
Andy
And the
Cole?
3rd one, no, Arsenal boy.
Ian Wright?
No.
Thierry Henry. Sorry,
Thierry Henry, yeah.
of course.
Henry, Van Nistelrooy and Shearer.
Yeah.
It's a good stat for
Sure.
Kane.
Superb.
Okay, so you're going Tottenham,
Man City final.
Okay. This is one off?
Yep. Extra time penalties.
Ooh, okay, now let's go and look at the PSL. That's hot enough. So interesting games on Wednesday. Let's go through these results. Cape Town City, Bidvest, Wits, 1 each.
Yeah, I watched the first hour of it. Humdinger. I thought Cape Town City with a better team. But got a penalty early on, Wits, and 1-1.
Super Sport lost to Mamelodi. Would have been a good game too.
Yeah, it was on at the same time, so I didn't watch it. But apparently, close game. Swanee Derby.
And Polokwane beat Platinum Stars.
Yeah, I actually backed them last night. You know, Platinum Stars were involved in the CAF Confederations playoff on Sunday. And 3 days later, they had to play again. So I thought Polokwane would beat them. They won 1-0. So.
Okay, so the league log. Now we've got the PSL table. Let's look at the top. You've given me the top 5 and the bottom 5. Let's have a look at Cape Town City, 46 of 24.
Yeah.
Bidvest, 45 of 22. They've got to grab Cape Town City.
Cape Town, yeah.
Kaiser Chiefs, they're still there, right?
Hanging in, going well.
But 45 of 24. So Wits might have their number with them. How many games do they play? It's a big league, eh?
Yeah, they play 30.
30. Sundowns, 44 of 22.
They're starting to warm up, Sundowns. Yeah.
And then Super Sport, 37 of 23.
Yeah, haven't won in 5 Super Sport.
Who's in charge there?
That's Stuart Baxter.
So at this stage,
well, you know,
if you're pricing up, if Track and Ball put the betting up, would they have Bidvest, Wits favourite?
Yeah, got to be slight favourites
over Sundowns.
Yeah. Anything in
Chiefs?
Well, they're hanging in. I can't have them. But,
I can't have either. Where are the Pirates? We said at the beginning of this year,
Pirates
Chiefs
are
and
gone.
Pirates won't win the league.
But
They're
the
gone.
cup could be their destiny.
Let's go at the bottom where it gets very interesting. I'm going to work my way up from last. Last still Baraka Football Club. 24 games, 21 points.
Yeah.
Highlands, 24 games, 21 points. That's not good.
Nah.
Struggling. So
Under
those
pressure.
two looked at. But then Free State Stars, 22 points, 24 games.
Yeah.
Struggling. And then Bloom Celtic, 23 points. Now, bear in mind, 1 win takes the
No, it
bottom
takes
2.
then you're way out.
But they've got a game in hand. There were 23 games. And 24 points, Chipper United. So they've got a point a game.
Yeah, there's 3 points.
Only one goes down.
One automatic, the second loss in the relegation playoff with teams that come second and third.
Is the relegation payoff?
Yeah, payoff. Could well be, yeah.
Okay, 30 games they've got to play, Budge, and they've got 6 games to go.
Yeah.
Top and bottom, very interesting. That's how you want it to be.
That's how you want it.
That's how
You're
you
right.
want it, yeah. Right, well, let's go to the Nedbank Challenge quarterfinals. Yeah. Chipper United, Jomo Cosmos.
Yeah, I got a fancy Chipper.
8 to 10.
Yeah, definitely a taker of that. I know the cup games are normally tense and tight, but in Port Elizabeth, it'd be hard to beat Chipper United. I know Jomo Cosmos stuck Bidvest out on a penalty shootout, but that was at home. I don't see them winning in Port Elizabeth.
Golden Arrows in 7th, play Platinum Stars.
You know, they knocked out Sundowns in the last round, so Clinton Larson be confident his boys can get a result. I don't see them getting beat, but extra time's possibility in that.
I've seen you've written Platinum Stars, 9 days, 4 games.
Yeah, well, then they played in the league, then they played in the Confederations Cup. They played last night.
Okay. Kaiser Chiefs, Super Sport United. This will be a good game.
Should be, you know, Super Sport likewise.
7 to 2 Super Sport.
Yeah.
That's a big price.
Yeah, you don't beat Chiefs in the Cup too often. They're playing at home. I think
it's a
Chiefs, they're in good form, Chiefs. I fancy Chiefs.
Okay, and then Orlando Pirates, they're still going strong. They play Bloom Celtic. 7 to 10 Pirates, 4 to 1 Celtic.
I won't be taking 7 to 10 Pirates. You know, the last time they met, Bloemfontein Celtic beat them in Joburg.
In December,
But they don't score many goals, Bloem Celtic, so it'll be a tight game. But I think Pirates will sneak through.
Okay, Budge, now that's the soccer for the week. Good soccer. When does it all start? Is there an early game Saturday?
Nothing.
Nothing.
FA Cup's taking priority in England. So I think 3 o'clock it kicks off with the
Okay, of course, the
Nedbank
FA
Challenge.
Cup. Right, let's go to our Soccer 6. Right, on the screen, Budge.
Yeah, well, I've banked Chipper to beat Cosmos. I've gone Arrows win and draw against Platinum Stars. I think Chiefs will be too good for Super Sport. I've gone win and draw Pirates and Bloem Celtic, and I've gone the 2 fields in the last game.
Tell me about the last game.
Okay, Fiorentina cost us 6 the other day. They were unbeaten at home, and they got beat by Empoli. Couldn't believe it. And Inter Milan, a couple of points ahead of them, going well.
Good game.
New coach, good game. But like the game above, Espanyol, Atletico Madrid. Now, after the Champions League, teams get a bit tired, and Espanyol have won 6 of the last 7 home games.
Okay.
So it won't be easy for them. The English one, I've banked at Bournemouth. I think they'll be too good for Middlesbrough. Hull City win and draw over Watford. I've gone the field with Nottingham
Forest is struggling.
1 point above the relegation zone.
And Reading were getting beat 1-0. They came back 2 against Rotherham, I think. Against the relegated
1-0 down
team.
at home.
Yeah, that's right.
So they've come well Reading. They're third at the moment, but desperation, and that's 1, 2, 3 there. Likewise, Swansea, Stoke went the field there. I think Everton will beat West Ham, and I don't see Tottenham losing to Chelsea.
That's 90 minutes football.
90 minutes, yeah.
Okay, let's look at the soccer 10. Here we go. So you're going to stick with Tottenham.
I'm going to go Tottenham win and draw against Chelsea. I've banked Bournemouth to beat Middlesbrough. Now, Brentford have won their last 3 at home. They've come well. QPR, since they've been safe, lost 5 in a row under our boy Holloway. I think Leeds...
They've won 5 in a row?
They've lost 5 in a row, QPR.
Oh,
they were safe. Now they've gone backwards. Can't believe it. Leeds United, they were cruising at one stage.
Yeah.
Now they're 7th behind. They've got to get a result.
They've got to get a result.
Burton
picked up a couple of points.
Yeah, competitive at home. I was going to go 2 and 3 here, but I thought Leeds, good side. I thought they've got to win.
Got to win.
I've gone win and draw Hull over Watford.
Okay, let's look at
I've
page
gone
2.
1, 2, 3, Nottingham Forest and Reading. Sheffield Wednesday in the draw. Now I looked at banking them, but Derby are hard to beat these days under the coach Gary Rout, the former Birmingham guy.
Are they the team that played against
That was a team that played Huddersfield.
There's a boy in the middle called Hughes.
Yes,
he's
blonde boy.
Yeah,
everybody wants him.
Very comfortable on the ball.
Lee Hughes, I think his name is. Nice player.
Yeah,
I've gone the field with Swansea, Stoke, bank at Everton, and a team Wigan have got to win against Cardiff, who I think...
Wigan scrubbing it down there?
Second bottom. They're 5 points from safety, 3 games. But it's a terrible pitch because they play rugby league on it. And that Cardiff, don't see them getting beat.
Okay, let's look at soccer 13.
Yep. I've gone Chelsea win and draw over... Tottenham win and draw over Chelsea. I've banked at Bournemouth, win and draw Hull City over Watford. I've gone Stoke City win and draw over Swansea. I've banked at Everton, banked at Brentford, banked at Leeds United.
Okay, the bottom half.
Second page, I've gone Fulham win and draw over Huddersfield. It may shock you. I like Fulham. I was impressed with them against Aston Villa. I know they only played 10 men.
Yeah,
they were very
But you must
slick,
remember, they played on, I think, Good Friday.
Well, they all played Friday and Monday.
And on Good Friday, they had a man sent off. They won 3-1.
They went to Norwich.
Norwich, that's right, yeah.
No, they're a nice team. I've been impressed with them. I've given Reading the nod over Nottingham Forest. I've banked at Sheffield Wednesday because I had to find another banker.
Sheffield United are promoted. You see that from the lower league. Sheffield United are coming up.
Bank at them. I've gone for Cardiff win and draw over Wigan. Bit of an upset, I think. Blackburn, who haven't been too bad. The only teams that have beat them have been top teams of late. They third bottom. That's your mate Peric Majan's team, So they've got to get... Now, the last game, fortunately, both of these teams play on grass. They're not artificial surfaces.
John Copping
Sodra, the boys...
Against ARK Stockholm.
Yeah, so I've gone...
maybe the Stockholm Syndicate.
Well, they were second last year, ARK Stockholm, with the best away record. At home, they're garbage. I don't know how that works out. But I've gone win and draw there, ARK Stockholm.
That makes it interesting. Soccer 13, putting in 2 teams I've never heard of.
Well, wait till the season ends, then you'll be about 9 teams that you haven't heard of.
Okay. Okay, now the best part for me. Let me get my page, my pen, everything sorted out.
Well, as you say, the Premiership FA Cup treble, obviously, I've gone Bournemouth to beat Middlesbrough. I've gone Everton to beat West Ham, and I think Man City will be too good for Arsenal.
Championship treble?
Yep, I've gone Brentford to beat QPR. I think Leeds will beat Burton, and I think Ipswich will beat Rotherham.
Ipswich must beat Rotherham.
Well, I was impressed with them against Newcastle.
Yeah.
The Goldry Cup fronts. That was 1260 to 200.
All right, let's go both teams to score.
I've gone Bournemouth, Middlesbrough.
Right.
Hull, Watford. Burnley, Man United, and Liverpool, Crystal Palace. 2,500 to 200.
Win or draw father.
Okay, teams can either win or draw.
Tottenham,
Blackburn against Wolves, Fulham against Huddersfield, and Cardiff at Wigan. Worked out just under 7.5 to 1.
Where's our pick 6?
Okay, the Spanish quartet.
Yeah, the omelette.
Oh, they just say I've gone over 2.5 goals. Desperation game at the bottom. They both got to go for it. It's the running of the Bulls there in Pamplona. Osasuna, Sporting Gijon. I've gone both teams to score. Espanyol, Atletico Madrid. And I've gone Villarreal to beat Leganes and Real Madrid to beat Barcelona Sunday night. So we had to have an interest in that. I just
Roma, is that El Clasico?
Clasico. So that was 13.5 to 1.
Okay, now the
And then the sixer, I've gone Ipswich to beat Rotherham. I've gone Villarreal to beat Leganes. Atalanta to beat Bologna at home on Saturday. Then AC Milan on Sunday to beat Empoli. Hamburger SV playing a team called Darmstadt have lost all 14 away games, so they're already relegated. Now Monaco are playing Lyon away from home Sunday night. It's a big game in France.
They've just come off a tough match.
Top team. But Lyon play tonight in Turkey against Besiktas in the Europa League. So that'll be a humdinger of a game too. They're 2-1 up. I don't know if you saw the highlight of the first game. Back pass to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper did a trick and he got caught. So that worked out just under 20 to 1, Paul. So 385 out of 200.
Oh, that's good. Those are good odds. Yeah. All right, so it looks good. We get started on
it's 3 o'clock on Saturday.
3 o'clock Saturday. So we got a lot. There we go. We've got a lot of football coming up. And as you can see, it's building up to a climax. And make sure you watch what's happening at the top and the bottom in the PSL here. Of course, the Cup semi-finals are one-off, as Budge says. And the league, it's going to be very tight. And we'll see you next week. Make sure you're on side.